Hello. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Hopefully I am. It's not like it's not like YouTube, so wait a minute. Maybe it is. It's just got a delay. Excuse me for this wobbly bit at the start. Waffly bit. Not doing enough wobbling. Need to add this to it now. I was gonna attempt to try. I don't even know how you do. People. Hello, Anya. I'm like at a loss because I've decided to use StreamYard and I'm not really sure how it works. Hello, Andrew. I'm like StreamYard's really different, but I'll get used to it, I'm sure. I decided to do this because I recorded a video and then I did what I did before and I X'd it off instead of minused it. So, and it was like 74% done or something. So that wasn't good. So I gave up. How are you both anyway? I'm not expecting anyone, well, not expecting many people obviously, and I don't know if I show the pictures that we're going to show in the video before, whether you'd actually see them. But yeah. So yeah, Anya, you said evening. You're awesome. All right. Hi, Rod. Good evening, Leonie. I showed the Mrs. the poem you sent me. She looked at it and she said, oh, bless her. I'm pleased that she loved it. If do you want to join this, Andrew? Because I really have no clue how you do that. But if you explain it, and you, Rod, if you wanted to, it's just like a chat and nothing, you know. Decided not to waste the makeup and the hair. That is just it's general. Speak English. General state of being. Right. You're like the greatest clothing reseller and just, yeah, all of those things. Hey, Pauline. How are you? Right, is that the link or is that not? Or if someone could explain, that would work. Oh no, maybe, did I? God, I'm so good, aren't I? Hey, Ian. Oh, I did do it right. I did it again because then I seen the invite bit at the bottom. I was gonna do this through YouTube like I usually do, but this always seems better, so I thought I would try.
There you go. I thought I'd give you a quick test of it. I haven't got my webcam. I'm on the laptop, so that's why it looks blurry.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just tired. I just got back from Yorkshire a couple of hours ago.
Bless you. You look tired.
I've stolen all of Ian's tat. It's all mine now. The whole of Yorkshire is decimated. It's a tat-free zone now. When am I having a shave? When I find my razor. It's a bit buried at the minute.
You're gonna have a shave when you find your razor.
Yeah, that is the plan. So maybe
I waxed, so it's all good. Well, my daughter did it for us because it's easier. Are you one of them that looks like you're about 12 when you have a shave, though?
I look like I'm about 12 always because, I have a naturally youthful complexion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Sorry.
I need a haircut as well. My hair's growing in random directions. It's great when you do YouTube because you can see yourself and you're like, oh, God, is that what I look like?
It's like hearing yourself and seeing yourself and you're just like, ugh. Well, you can't get away from it because you have to. It's like the thing where it says testing your camera and testing your mic, and I'm just going check my hair.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not what it's for, but
the number of videos that I've filmed on this camera that are about 2 seconds long because I've seen myself in it, and I've been like, oh dear, not good. So you're getting a few people joining now. Ian's offering to give me a shave after he wants vengeance for me stealing his tat.
Hey, Richard.
Hello, Richard. You see, you need to get Richard on now.
Yeah, hello, Richard. Get yourself on.
He'll be on without a blurry camera as well because he won't be like me and think.
And Rod. And anyone else, actually. No. You can all come on. It's easy. Hi, Sam. You can come on too. Hello. Just join it.
Hey, Sam. I was live with Sam last night on Louise's channel, I think. And I was quite drunk at the time, so God knows what I said or did.
I won't repeat it. It's not really for repeating. Actually, I recorded the beginning of this. I tried to explain that I did what I did before, and I did like loads of videos, put it together, even inserted photos and everything, edited it, went to do it, and it got it was on like 74% or something, and instead of minus it, I X'd it off. Which is the second time I've done it, so I was a bit annoyed.
Not good. Not good
so
at all.
I was just sitting swearing at the laptop, so it's not good.
I'm always swearing at something. That's an interesting thing. Can't tonight. I'm ready for bed. That's just an excuse, Richard. Just an excuse. I've been live in my pajamas before many times.
I'm in bed because, I usually am anyway. So it's normally live from that.
I am.
So there's no excuse.
Completely sober tonight as well, even though I've got a day off tomorrow.
Have you?
Yeah, I decided I wanted to wake up early tomorrow, get some stuff done on the couch shed, so clear head.
You're not even having one to chill with?
No.
Or would that lead to another one and then?
No, I can't quite capable of just having one or two, but I'll save them for the weekend. I'll probably be drinking with Andrew at some point over the weekend, so possibly. So I may as well wait. I've just tripped over the dishwasher, as you do, because who wouldn't shut the dishwasher after using it?
Rod's saying it's a beautiful sunny day. He might move his laptop outside and top up his tan.
Yeah, he likes this time of year because he can text me saying what temperature it is for him, and I can tell him I'm cold. And he enjoys that immensely. He just tortures me.
I'm not a massive fan of like the heat anyway, so it doesn't
Neither
bother
am I.
me.
Rod sends me a temperature. I say it's too hot for me. That I said don't cope well above 12 degrees.
Nah. Well, I can go a bit above 12, but like maybe about 18 is ideal. When you go outside, Rod, come and join us.
Have you seen around Rod's? I will call it an estate because that's what it appears to be. He's got about 5 billion acres.
Yeah,
He's
because
given me
I
the
was
tour.
there once when he was looking around, and he just looked like he was missing. He was like lost in his own place. It was quite funny.
That is an achievement.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Leanne. Thank you, Leanne. I do look fabulous. I'm assuming she means she's mistyped my name.
You call him a lady. No, thank you, Leanne.
Oh, Rod is telling me it's freezing. It's 20.
Oh. Should come and join in. Well, I was going to say everyone should,
I'd
but
love
then
to
you're
see
on your
you.
Sorry?
Loud 6, yeah. But I would love to see Leanne's beautiful face, but she'll probably shout at me for saying that again.
Well,
Which
you're not
will
lying.
only encourage me to say. I hate this. I'm getting a new laptop soon, which will actually have a proper camera on it as well.
Yeah. I need a new one as well. And this camera isn't too bad. I have got another one that my brother bought, but I mucked about with the air settings on it, and now it has my face sort of like right there. I know, but I don't know what I did. So
Never touch the settings. Top tip.
yeah, and you know about humping about with things, yeah, especially when you unbox them.
I'm going to do an unboxing video possibly tomorrow of my new debobbler, which will be an interesting experience. I'm hoping I can finally do an unboxing and it actually work as intended. It probably won't.
Fingers crossed.
Every unboxing video I do ends in a disaster. I think,
But you need to read the instructions as well.
Yeah, no, nobody does that.
They do.
If people want to save the environment, stop printing instructions. Job done.
Yeah, that would save it.
So what have you been up to today, Lainey? Did you say you'd been out? Or was it yesterday you was out?
I was going to go to Aldi today, but I didn't. I went out myself because my daughter was knackered, so I went to Poundland, B&M and Tesco for the excitement of life. But tomorrow we're going to go to Aldi tomorrow. So it'll be the first time I've been.
It is the greatest supermarket known to man. Be prepared to be amazed by their pricing. £1.89 for 4 cans of cider. That place is single-handedly sending me to an early grave.
Yeah, that's not good.
Boggling unboxing on a Friday night. Yeah, I don't know if it will be Friday. It's in the car at the minute, so it might be. But I have to try and find my webcam. I'm at Mother's tomorrow night. I think house sitting while she's away. I don't even know where she's going. She would have told me, but I would have paid no attention. So me and the dog are over there tomorrow night. So apparently Zahir Malik is live selling retro electronics eBay chat with Tommy Bernhard. I'm sure he's watching that, and that was 2 hours ago. So just got the notification through. See, here you go. Richard says he quite likes the Audi Cider. It's better than he thought it would be. Any recommendation by me, Richard, is a good recommendation.
To be honest, I'm not that keen on cider anyway. I used to drink it when I was like really young, like cider and black back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I quite like port.
I'll drink anything that's not beer. Bye, Leanne. Take care.
Bye.
So there you go. Do you know you can, if you click on a comment, you can highlight it on the screen as well. So you got the live comment. There you go. And you click on it again, and it'll disappear.
So that's when you go to click on something, the chat moves, and then you click the wrong thing.
Quick, you click on the wrong thing, and before you know it, it's somebody abusing you.
Isn't it always someone abusing you, though?
Pretty much, yeah. I think, yeah. I get like, 70, 80, 90 people on a live stream, and they're all there just to watch me kill myself. Basically.
That's enough.
But, not intentionally, just in some
you know what I mean?
Some like like
maybe tripping up for a quick time, but like not quite.
They're all waiting for that moment where I finally the tap mountain collapses on me.
You're dealing with that because the tap.
I actually am now. So right, hang on. The camera probably won't pick this up very well, but I'll try and get it into that. All used to be I never used to be able to get to that pit. Never used to be able to get to the kitchen, but now it's all clear. Actual bathroom and kitchen. I never used to be able to sit on my sofa. So okay, so the sofa may have a slight issue, but we're getting there. At least there's listed stock.
Well, and you have got space for yourself. You're not sitting on top of it, so.
No, I am sitting next to my laptop bag because that's just because I'm lazy and couldn't be bothered moving it. I don't know. It's a very quiet night tonight. I don't know where everyone is tonight.
I think it seems everyone's having early nights, I think. What day is it? Thursday. Yeah.
So, let's talk about the big issues of the day. Blondes or brunettes? What do you reckon? I go brunette every time.
Don't have a preference, to be fair.
Tall or short?
Tall.
Yes, I've won.
But I don't know. I don't know how other women feel, but it's just like men who are shorter than me. And to be fair, there's not many because I'm like 5'4.5" or whatever. So
I am 6'4", and I like ladies who are shorter than me, which is really good and helpful because there ain't many ladies that are taller than me.
Hat of Blood's done earlier, and she's got to have been the tallest woman. She must have been like 6'5", like she must have been.
That's insane.
Yeah, but I went out with a redhead once, no hair, just a redhead. Oh, see, I just did that.
Unbelievable! What a terrible man. Bless Rod. He tries. He pops up. He makes the occasional joke. We laugh along with him to try and encourage him, but secretly we're dying inside. Yeah, Richard was watching me live on YouTube until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That's a question, Richard. What YouTuber do you see the most of on YouTube? Is it in fact me? I bet it is.
Is that Sam's type? Ginger, short, and tubby. Is that what you're saying?
I've got one out of those three.
Is that your type, Sam? I was watching YouTube till 1 time. Oh, is that when you were drunk on YouTube yesterday.
I was drunk on Louise's YouTube because I still can't go live from my mobile. Probably
Wonder why that is.
as I seem to be on all the streams that just lately. It is hard, Richard, being as popular
Oh,
as me.
well, then you have to say that, don't you? If that's your partner, you've got to say it, haven't you?
True. Rod says Ginger's short and tubby, sounds like his cat. The jokes are getting slightly better. I mean, he's still not hit the mark yet, but he's only warming. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning for Rod.
I know. Are you coming on, Rod? You should. If you've gone outside, you need to show off the sun now.
Yeah, we just want to see the outside though, not Rod's face, because that would be too much for your viewers, Lainey. That'd be nice. I'll stop abusing Rod. Rod's lovely. We like Rod.
Yeah, we do. He's lovely.
Why is my phone going mental?
Why is your phone going mental?
People are. Oh, hang on. I think there's about to be some Facebook drama.
It's about to be some what?
Facebook drama. I just need to check.
Oh, sorry. Facebook drama.
No, there isn't. Oh, that's annoying. I was hoping there would be some. Right, I need to reply.
The video I was doing was I don't even know if I showed my phone on it, if it would show, like if the picture would show, or if it would just like be too glary.
Try it and see. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. So, don't know. Can you say that?
Yeah, I can.
That was me. 18 odd stone ago.
You've bloody come a long way since then. Christ.
That is me now.
You can see the difference.
Yeah.
That is a lot of hard work and determination gone there, I can tell.
Well, that's what the video was going to be about, because it's 3 years since my highest weight, but like today. But obviously, I was going to do one, but I'll do a better one further down the line, I think. Hey, Jamie. You call kangaroos cats, I hear. So what is it? What is it? Oh, he's talking about the ginger tubby thing, isn't he? Richard's blaming you for the trouble that isn't happening.
What's Richard blaming me for?
Says, what trouble have you been causing now?
It's not me who causes the drama, Richard. I just finish it. Hey, Daisy, how are you? Right, I need to send this message before I forget. Sorry, I'm multitasking, Lainey. It's terribly rude of me, but I'm making sure you get your presents.
Oh, Daisy, you really don't have to send us anything, you know. Like, honestly, you really don't. Just send us a letter. That would be nice. I'll send you a letter back. Then we'll just call Andrew in it, and he'll not know because it's a letter.
I did suggest to Lainey that I have the presents instead.
Yeah, he did. He was gonna put that as an option. Ian's joke. I took a girl home who had my mum's sense of humour, looks and personality, and my dad didn't like her. Thank you, Sam.
It was supposed to be a secret.
Nice.
Oh, whoops. I've ruined that secret then, haven't I? Oh, well, never mind.
I don't know. Thank you, Richard. I don't know what that's about, Andrew, but she's apologising for something.
C'est la vie. What was Richard saying? Yeah, you Lainey. Not Lainey, you're Lainey, Daisy. It's all over the place.
You're getting wrong.
Whoops.
Oh, Rod. Yeah. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Camper.
Hi, Rod. Did you tell Daisy how you actually told us?
Sorry, what? Daisy?
I was talking to Andrew.
Did I tell what? Sorry, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I saw
Did you
Rod
tell-
and I just went to pieces.
Happens,
Yeah,
mate.
you just melted.
What did I
I'm
tell?
saying, did you tell Daisy how you actually told us? Because she's saying about you supposed to keep it secret.
Well, how am I supposed to get somebody's address if I don't tell him? How can it be a bloody secret then? You think
Yeah,
about it,
but the thing was, right? The thing was, what you did was, if you copied and pasted her message to you, to me, right, with no other information, so it looked like asking Lainey for Lainey's address, which obviously not mentioning Daisy in it at all. And I'm like, eh? But yeah,
it worked, didn't it?
so, yeah. Anyway, hi Rod, how are you?
I'm all right. I can only be on for about 5 or so minutes. I've got to take my lad to the school bus stop. So,
All right.
yeah, he's.
Is that why you're not sitting out in the sun like you were gonna?
Oh, well, I'll do that. I'll do that when I come back. The wife's out, so cat's away. Might as well play.
So while she thinks you're working hard, you'll actually be out there working on your bikini wax.
That's right, mate. You know how it is. Perhaps you don't. I don't know. No, as long as the bills are paid, mate, who's to complain?
Exactly.
I'm just packing a few DVDs up. I had a few come in last night, so. Ooh, nearly showing you the address there.
Right, there you go, folks. Live on YouTube, an address in Australia.
Yeah.
Sam wants to know if you've got a pool too as well, Rod. He's got. Have you not seen around Rod's property? He's got a big country estate, Sam.
Have I got a pool? Yeah, it's called. Yeah, doesn't everyone have a pool?
I've got 3.
No, I haven't got a pool. I've got a dam. I wouldn't go swimming in it though. There's a few snakes in it now and again.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I've had a few wriggle over the side of the dam a few years ago. A couple of black snakes, and yeah, they're called a red-bellied black, and they slithered over the side of the dam a few years ago. But I just threw a brick at them, and they slithered back in. Yeah. Oh.
I don't like snakes. They're the only thing in life that scare me. I probably shouldn't admit that publicly on YouTube, actually. I'm now probably going to get sent a load in the post.
Not from me, mate. No, when we first came here, I must admit I was I was bricking it about snakes. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out at night in the dark in case I trod on one. But we've had a few, but we've not had as many since we've had the dogs for the past 5 years. I think apparently snakes haven't got ears, and they feel the noise and everything through the body. So if there's lots of vibration on the ground, they tend to keep away.
So there'd been no good in a brothel then.
No, probably not.
Top tip, folks. If you've been chased by snakes,
Run to a brothel.
yeah, there you go. Or nearest branch of Ann Summers.
Richard said, anyway.
No, Richard, we've had very little. It's actually got very concerning. A lot of the farmers. I couldn't be a farmer. I don't know how they cope. The stress would do me head in. Yeah, it's the snakes. They're the. I mean, that was my biggest concern. I mean, there could be one in this shed somewhere. You just don't know. You know, it could be sat behind a blooming Guitar Hero.
There's one just there on your right shoulder, Rod.
Is there? Oh dear.
I love the way I pointed at your left shoulder then as well, which is really good of me.
I mean, I'm not getting. You should never get complacent. You know, always be aware because they're there. You know, they're going to be there somewhere.
I'm paranoid. I'm going to find one in this house.
People say the worst things are spiders. Spiders, I can squash. A snake, I can't.
Well, no, it depends. I reckon if you dive bombed it, you might have a chance.
Do you know what they reckon one of the most dangerous spiders in the world is? And they're actually in the UK as well.
Oh, it's not the black mamba, is it?
The what?
The black mamba. Oh, is that a snake, isn't it? The black mamba's a snake.
I thought that was a film. Anyway, you're going to have them in the UK.
For God's sake, don't tell me this now. Everybody paranoid about spiders now.
One of the potentially most dangerous spiders in the world lives in the UK. It's the daddy longlegs.
The daddy longlegs.
Yeah. Right. If you don't believe me, Google it. A daddy longlegs, if it had the force to penetrate your skin to bite you,
right,
could inject you, and it's only because it can't penetrate your skin, it can't inject you, but it could actually, at worst, kill you, daddy longlegs, if it got its stuff inside you.
Right, I've eaten daddy longlegs before, and I'm still alive, so I'm happy.
It's got to enter your bloodstream direct, apparently.
I've survived an encounter with the most dangerous spider on earth. How good am I?
Oh no, I can sense a video. Killing spiders with Andrew.
Rod told me daddy longlegs was dangerous. Therefore, I am eliminating the problem at source.
I don't like anything creepy crawly, to be fair. So
You got Andrew on.
I often get accused of being creepy, and I'm here.
Yeah, but you know, you're over there, so it's fine.
I am also far more dangerous than the most dangerous spider in the world, the daddy longlegs. It's got nothing on me. I can penetrate skin. Just saying.
I was thinking, is daddy longlegs the ones where it looks like, you know, when you see someone climbing a wall and they do that swinging thing across like that? And I think daddy longlegs move sideways like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, they do. Yeah.
I haven't a clue what you're going on about.
I've lived in the UK for so long. That's all it is.
When we came over, do you know what a gecko is?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lizard.
Lizard, yeah.
Little lizard.
They're only small lizards. But I was sat in the living room of a friend's house when we first came over, and one ran across the wall, and I absolutely bobbed my pants. It's like, anyway, apparently, if you got a couple of geckos in your house, leave them because they like to munch on all the flies and spiders, and it sounds like I live in a shed, doesn't it? You know.
Do you know?
So I just leave him to it.
Do you know how, like, sometimes you can have families of creatures and whatever moving into your house? I'm currently living with a family of butterflies.
Well, that's nice. I could live with that.
So I'm like, no idea, but they've decided to inhabit my ensuite. I don't know how they're surviving, what they're eating. Probably me stock. But,
what do butterflies eat?
I've no actually. Yeah, I'm gonna Google that. Here we go. Important reselling knowledge here, folks.
I didn't even think still be going now because I've never. I mean, aren't they just moths now?
Butterflies can eat anything that can dissolve in water, so they're probably living off my toilet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, dung. So they're eating me.
Crap.
Yeah, basically.
Old Joe. I bet they were glad they came into your house, weren't they?
Yeah, well, it is full of crap, isn't it? Hello, Martina.
You have conkers behind all your doors because spiders hate the smell, so keep away. Really?
Right.
Never heard
This
of that.
is. This
How
is
do you
how
keep putting them back once you open the door? Don't they roll away?
I have some bad news for you on that, Sam. According to the Woodland Trust, who I assume are reputable, there is no proof that that is true. Apparently,
The only thing I know is that we're poisonous to dogs.
I think Sam is now not going to sleep tonight because I've just told her that her conkers are not working.
And you'll be sleeping with one eye open, looking for Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah.
I'll be trying to. I have beaten many Daddy Longlegs before. They can't take me on. Most dangerous creature on the planet. They got nothing on me.
Why would you eat a Daddy Longleg?
Moths
Because-
will turn zombies.
Because it was in my mouth and I was hungry.
There's a joke there, but we won't go into that.
Yeah. But yeah, my dog does as well, Martina. He eats all the spiders and flies and helps a lot. Shout at him.
One of my youngest dog, he chases flies. It's quite funny watching, but he drools a lot. So it's like you got to get out of range. 'Cause it just,
So you don't get splattered.
yeah, have a shower.
It feels wrong.
And how do you know that, Ian?
Conkers don't work at this age. You don't mind spiders, Richard, but flies on the other hand. Oh.
Fly. Now you got me. Flies. I hate flies and mosquitoes. They're my two biggest bugbears. Remember years ago, you used to see Bob Geldof going around Africa and showing all these kids. How did them kids cope on a daily basis with flies tap dancing on their eyelids? They're all walking around and they're just as though they're not there. They're just tap tap tap. Oh, it'd do my head in that.
I guess they must be just used to it. You know what I mean? I suppose, like, if you've always known that and you've never known anything else, then you must be just used to it.
No, I couldn't be coping with that. And mosquitoes, I don't like them. With all the dry weather, there's not been as many buzzing about because there's been no water for the larvae to, do what they have to do and then come out and. But yeah, I don't like flies.
They're not very.
We don't worry about mosquitoes here in Wales.
No, it's not the most prominent. About thing, is it?
I live in a safe zone, free of mosquitoes, free of snakes or daddy long legs or any other vicious creatures like that.
Yeah, but you've got an even bigger problem, haven't you, in Wales? Being chased by bands of men in close harmony singing. What's that? Is that Blackadder?
Oh, God.
Sam
Nad's
here.
joined us. Hey, Nad.
Hi, Nad. Some hates woodlouse more than spiders. They're the little armadillo things, aren't they? Or like tiny, obviously.
Ooh.
Like, yeah.
Do you ever remember them things you used to get in your sink sometimes in the U-bend in the UK called silverfish?
Nope. Never. Well, mind you, I've never been round the bend, have I?
Really? There was something called silverfish, and it was like some kind of woodlousey type looking thing. Google it. I'm sure you're already onto it.
I'm not. I'm not looking at any more horrible things on Google. I'm going to put most dangerous spiders in the world in, and I bet you Daddy Longlegs doesn't come up.
Put potential.
Most danger. Potential. I can't even work out how to do that. Potential most dangerous spiders in. I'll put in the UK.
My daughter's here, and she says Mothman, which is true. I agree with it.
Moths.
Yeah, I don't like moths. And she likes them less than me. And I was in my room once, and it was like flying towards us, and she ran out screaming. But in mind, I can't move, so I'm stuck here, and it's like dive bombing me. The dog's like trying to attack it. It lands on my head, and I don't know whether to freeze or scream. And the dog's still looking for it. She come up with the bottle of water and a bottle of salt, and I don't know whether she was gonna sort of like give us some sort of holy wash or something, like as if she was cleansing me sword or something like that. This moth was on us, and then the dog just took it out my hair and ran down the corridor with her. It's like the worst thing that's ever happened.
You freak out when your moths escape your wallet, don't you, Andrew?
I'll never open the wallet, do I? I've got, if I go to the pub now, just put a post in the group, giving me table number, and before you know it, I've got food and drink to last me a lifetime.
I remember months ago, I thought you were joking when you said you could send a beer to a table number you were sat at. I thought he was joking because I was going to send it.
Yeah.
I was going to send, and then sense got the better of me, so I never bothered.
So I've got.
Is that right? You can actually do that.
Yeah, that's basically responsible for 50% of my alcohol intake this year. The other 50% being Aldi. So I've got some news for you, Rod.
Yes.
I've been doing some research into Daddy Longlegs, and apparently, after more than a decade of research, Professor of Biology Greta Binford and somebody who works for her have discovered that the first time, I haven't even read this. Apparently, the venom of Daddy Longlegs is highly toxic to insects, but it has no toxicity on mammals.
Yeah, because it can't penetrate.
No, it's not about penetration. They've extracted the venom and tested it to see whether or not it's actually poisonous, and it's not poisonous.
Where are they based?
Well, they're in the UK, apparently.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
So yeah, Mythbusters on Discovery Network also carried out some research and confirmed it. Apparently, they were funded by a grant from the National Institutes of Health. They're obviously so concerned about the threat of Daddy Longlegs that they funded an entire project to find out that they are completely harmless. So don't worry, folks. Oh, Laura's in. Hi, Laura. Looking gorgeous as always. That's your daughter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? So yeah, Rod.
Yes.
I'm going to sleep well tonight. The Daddy Longlegs poses no threat to me.
Which variety was it?
It just says Daddy Longlegs, doesn't it? Don't be telling me the different varieties now.
Well, there's different types, isn't there?
No, there's only one. I'm getting some conkers.
Thank you, Martina. My daughter did it. She's in the chat. So it's all thanks to her.
You should fetch Laura on. We could have the whole family on.
Don't think my son will come on. He'll be on Xbox, probably.
Yeah, you tell him it's Twitch. He'll come on then.
Yeah.
You know, when you get up in the morning and you go on your eBay and you've got a few sales, do you ever look at the time when the person bought?
I'm
Yeah.
usually awake when they've bought it.
I mean, I woke up this morning and I've got like 12 DVDs from last night, you know, between going to bed at, say, 11:45 and waking up at 6. Not 6, when did I get up? 5:30. Who's buying DVDs between them hours over here?
Hello.
Someone who can't sleep, maybe.
Usually me. If I'm not live on a different continent's channel, then I'm on eBay buying stuff.
Yeah. So I don't tend to buy stuff off eBay except postal supplies and things.
I've got to be honest. I never trust these people who sell on eBay. Like bunch of charlatans and snake oil merchants. I've heard there's some guy who sent a shirt to Louise at KLC Reselling the other day. It turned up in a crumpled poly bag, looking like it had been run over by a bulldozer.
Yeah,
Wonder that
I heard that as well.
I don't know what she was fussing about. It got there early. She should have been happy. And I sent her the right item.
Why was she buying a shirt off you?
Well, she wanted the shirt off me back, basically.
What shirt was it? Can I ask?
It was a very fetching Jaeger men's shirt that's probably worth double what I sold it for, but it cost me 50p anyway. So,
Did she buy it to sell on?
I think her boyfriend bought it to annoy her.
Yeah.
All right.
He made a rare appearance on the Money Mental UK YouTube channel.
Well, his hand did, didn't it? And his voice, because he didn't actually come in the camera today.
No, he wasn't allowed.
That's quite
Yeah,
funny.
I very rarely buy stuff. I very rarely buy stuff off eBay. It's I'd rather get it there and then. I know it goes against the ethos of what I'm doing on eBay, but you know it's yeah.
Is it because
That's
you
good.
know that if you were looking for it and you found it, like whilst you were looking for it to resell, you would find it cheaper?
Probably, yeah. You probably hit the nail on the head there, Lainey. I'm a tight sod, really. My dad was. I'm half Scottish, and you know, so
Oh my!
yeah. But I have an added problem. I'm half Jewish on my dad's mate's side, so you know it makes it doubly.
I'm half Jewish on my dad's mate's side.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
No, it's yeah. I think you're right there, Lane. It's probably the thought of I know I'll find one of these one day, and then I'll, you know.
Yeah.
But I hear you do.
I'll get like $1, and like they want 12 or something. So you kind of like.
I hear you've done really well though buying Chinese power converters off eBay.
I didn't buy it. You swine. You know this will wind me up for the day now. No, a friend of ours. They live out in the bush, and they wanted to go off grid. You call it, don't they? When you're not reliant on the main street. Yeah. So they basically got all these solar panels. They've got this. They've got that, but they've no internet. I could not live with no internet, and basically they've no eBay account, etc. So he asked me to buy this power inverter for him, and it all went wrong. It's actually sat there in my shed because the one they sent was not the right one, but the Chinese seller who I bought it off, but who claimed to be in Australia, but subsequently was in Guangzhou, wherever the place.
Yeah.
Because I've shot myself in the foot, because when I was on the phone to eBay saying, where the hell is this item? It's supposed to be in Australia. There 3 days later. And now the shipping's saying it's only just left Guangzhou. I said, well, you know, it's seller, I suppose, it location misrepresentation. Anyway, long story short, a few other people reported it as well. So they've kicked him off eBay. So,
Now you're left with a power inverter and nowhere to send it back to.
well, yeah, but the money it was $1,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know what that is in UK. Is that about 500, 600?
Yeah.
And so that money's now been put in limbo because PayPal can't get in touch with the seller, and I can't get in touch with him through eBay. So I don't know. I'm presuming now former friend is I want my money back and all this. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, I can't do anything. eBay and PayPal have got your money. Why don't you drag yourself out of the cave and come into the 21st century and do it yourself next time? I will not buy a single thing on anyone else's behalf of eBay. Now, if they can't be bothered to do it themselves, then struggle. Get a bike with a dynamo on the front.
It's like when people ask you to sell stuff on their behalf on eBay and they go, or give you stuff to sell on eBay, I should say, actually. And then you sell it, and then they're like, oh, hang on, you got 20 quid for that. I want half of that. And it's like, well, you gave it to me to sell on eBay, knowing what I was going to do. And now you want 10 quid. I said, but the thing is, I don't get half of that because there's eBay fees, there's tax, etc. So if I give you 10 quid, I've made about 2 quid from that.
Yeah.
Completely wasted my time.
I had that years ago when I was in the UK, and I mean, I've been selling on eBay in the UK since it was in 2000. But a mate of mine asked me to sell something on eBay, which he gave, and he said exactly the same scenario. I'm sure there's loads in the chat and elsewhere who've had the same, And I just said to him, yeah, all right, I'll send you my invoice for my time. So it kind of ended it there and then. But no, I will not buy or sell for anyone else ever again. That is it. That's twice now. Twice. The only 2 occasions I've done it, and it's all gone pear-shaped. So forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, my approach as well.
I wouldn't do it. It's kind of, you feel awkward, especially if the close relations or really close friends, because you kind of think, you feel obliged to slightly.
Yeah.
That's why you need my approach to friendship, Lainey. You just think, stuff it.
What's your approach to friendship?
My approach is basically, we'll be friends, but don't ask me to do anything for you because I'll probably forget.
A friend in need is a pain in the backside.
Yeah,
that's my motto.
Yeah.
Someone's asking me what my job was when I was in the UK. I was a machinist on lathes, milling machines, etc.
Tell the truth, you're a machinist in a sewing garment factory.
Yeah, I was Mike Baldwin's chief. That's showing me age, isn't it, Mike Baldwin? Crikey. No, that's that's my trade. But yeah, sniffing knickers. That's my trade.
Said making them, not sniffing them, but you just...
sorry. Oh. Yeah, engineering, mate. Yes, they say get yourself an education. It opens the doors to success. Well, not entirely true. It's allowed me to travel and work around the world. I've lived in America as well, and the Isle of Man as well as here. But my degree in mechanical engineering did not open many doors.
I was impressed when you're talking about I've lived in Australia, America, and then you brought it down with the Isle of Man.
Thanks, David.
I absolutely love the Isle of Man. It's the people I met there was really welcoming. When I was there for maybe 2.5 years, living and working over there. I had some great times, but I had to leave. Not for the wrong reasons. I just came back to the mainland,
I was like I had to leave the northwest due to annoying a substantial amount of people.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. So what's she saying? My brother lives over in Australia. You're all welcome to him as he's a knob. Jesus God. Whereabouts does he live?
It's just said Australia.
I know it's blooming big place.
Bloody Richard showing off now his 4 ka-chings. I've had about 3 today.
Must be being lucky for him.
Actually, I've
Yeah,
had
I got
I
my
normally
ka-chings.
I
Sorry,
normally
go.
get 1 or 2% at least per day of active listings sold. So
Well, what's your average sell-through rate? Because is it around about 3 or 4% overall?
I've no idea.
Do you not sort of look at it? No.
I spend most of my time looking at ladies.
Well, that's true.
No,
Spend most of your time just looking. No, I reckon. Did he say an average is about 4%?
So you're supposed to aim for at least 1%, I think. And I have 1,000 listings. I'm normally selling about 15 to 20 items a day.
Is to aim for 1%. You can't aim any lower, really, can you?
But yeah, if your sell-through rate is below 1%, you're doing something wrong. If it's above 1%, you're doing something right. Apparently, that's the theory. So if you've got 1,000 listings, you should sell 10 items a day, theoretically.
Yeah.
With eBay being not as good as Amazon over here, the figures may well be different in Australia, to be fair, because you haven't got Amazon there as the big competitor that it is here to eBay.
Amazon's a load of rubbish over here, and if they want to take a solicitor to me over that comment, they can do.
I've said worse.
Prove to me it's not. It's absolute. I won't say it's rubbish. It's not the animal it is elsewhere. We got the definite short straw. I have a theory. Well, me and Andrew have a bit of a theory about Amazon over here. They just want all the brand new items. You can't put used on. So it's almost like they're going to tie all the big players into one area and basically become the world's online. Well, they're already there, aren't they? But all the big shops, like I don't know what big shops in the UK now. Half of them probably shut since I left, but they just seem to be not. Yeah, get all the big players on, and there'll be no room for everyone else who just sells bits and pieces. Like I think Nick said the other day that you get gated, don't you, in various categories. Even people are being removed from certain categories.
Yeah, because basically the big distributors pay Amazon money to own that category effectively.
Yeah, so you're getting pushed out. And all that'll happen at the end of the day is the likes of all the big Nike and everyone that if you want a pair of whatever, you have to go to Amazon because that's you can't get a cheap pair. They want to be dead in the water.
They want to monopolize. And things like Brexit will probably help that because we're bound in the UK by the EU Anti-Monopolies Commission at the minute. As soon as we leave the EU, we're not bound by that. Amazon can come along and say, right, we're going to monopolize online sales in the UK.
Wow.
And it'll become the place to go for online stuff.
Well, that'd be good for you, though, won't it?
Well, I don't sell on Amazon, do I?
Bet you do, though. I bet you start selling if you're seeing others.
Well, yeah, if they start taking over the world, then I'll be straight on that. Brexit won't happen. I don't know. We'll see.
You don't sell at all on Amazon?
No.
You have done?
No.
I'm sure I've seen in your videos, you said about earlier videos about Amazon.
I was going to join it and start selling on it. I bought quite a lot of stock to sell on it, and I've sold it all on eBay instead. I just me and Louise were going to do a first to 1,000 sales challenge on Amazon. We're going to start at the same time, etc. But then I couldn't be bothered, basically. / realised she had more capital to invest and was going to beat me. Yeah,
is that 1,000 sales or first to £1,000?
Yeah, no, 1,000 sales, because first to £1,000, you could be really lucky to pick something up and it's worth £1,000.
Yeah. So what time period is that over?
Well, we're not doing it because she started on Amazon, found out that it wasn't for her, so she's pulling out of it, and I haven't started on it at all. So by default, I've won.
What reasons did she give? Because I remember maybe a few months ago, a couple of videos said she was sort of just starting to explore Amazon. What reasons does she give for pulling out?
She just doesn't enjoy it. It's not bringing in as much money as her business on eBay does. So she would rather spend the time building the eBay up because it makes more money for her. So, I can see the logic in that.
Oh yeah.
Because everyone talks about, FBA is great, it'll save you lots of time, etc. And it does. If you're shipping large quantities of items, you're putting it in one parcel and sending it off. But if you're sourcing and picking up stuff every day for Amazon, well, it's not really much different than sourcing and picking up stuff for eBay. You've still got to go and scan it in and list it, whatever. So
yeah.
So what about the merch side of it?
The merch,
is it you design t-shirts and things like that?
It pays peanuts though. You have to sell massive volumes to make money on that.
So you have to go with whatever the trend is and you catch it and then move on with the times, kind of thing.
Exactly. So there are people who do really well out of it. Jay and Callum obviously do very well out of that, but they are so on it. You couldn't just design a t-shirt, put it on there and that be it. They've got to constantly evolve, put a lot of time and effort into it. So yeah, and you're only getting and it's a few cents, and it is cents per sale. So for the amount of time you're putting into designing one, you've got to sell quite a lot to make up that.
I gave when Amazon came over here, I thought, I'll give it a shot, but nah, load of crap.
Hey Tracy,
I'm actually looking. These past few weeks, I've been obviously what's been going on with eBay. I've been looking at other, you got in the US. You hear all the guys over there. They've got a lot of platforms to sell on. They've got that Mercari, Poshmark, Depop, all this. And I know you guys have got a few. Everyone's got way more than we've got access to over here. So you have to get slightly different, be creative in different ways. And I've started looking back at Facebook, and I've been doing quite well the past few weeks off just Facebook sales. So yeah, don't put all your eggs in one eBay basket. Diversify it a little bit.
I do a lot of Facebook as well. It works well, but I have a separate business model for Facebook to eBay. Yeah. There's stuff I sell on eBay that I wouldn't sell on Facebook, and vice versa. So I source totally differently for Facebook than how I do for eBay, and I won't ever do videos about what I do on Facebook because other people, it only take a couple of other people in my area to click onto it, and I'm out the market sort of thing. So
well, on
Facebook.
Yeah, well, you can't think of them as time wasters, because I keep saying this to Andrew who do the waffle with. He hates having people not turning up at the door to pick stuff up. But those people are only like your non-paying bidders on eBay. But the advantage with the Facebook is you can list that within 5 seconds of them not turning up. eBay, the listings in limbo for however many days till they
Yep.
decide to pay, and then they don't. And just gotta, you can't view it. You can't view every platform with the same pair of eyes.
I
So-
worked out that my rate of non-payers versus people who don't turn up in Facebook is actually, I get more non-payers per percentage-wise on eBay than I do on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing on the Facebook, like, I will tell people when I'm in, if they don't come during that time, they're not having it. It's not my. There's 10 of the people I'll sell to. The stuff I'm listing on there, it goes within a matter of weeks. Even the crappy furniture that I list on it gets.
Well,
picked
I have
up in a
people.
week or two.
I have people. I've become a bit hardline, if you like, with my responses to people. At first, I was very, that's a potential customer. Be sweet, be nice, But now, when people say, "Can you hold it for me?" or they put "sold, pending pickup," or whatever,
Yeah.
or this, that.
I won't do any of that.
I just put underneath the comment, "Till you part with your money, this item's still for sale." And a lot of them just go by the wayside then. But I've also, this week on Wednesday, just gone, I used to go to the auction house in Brisbane quite a lot, buying and dropping stuff off. So I've just dropped a few items off back at the auction house on Wednesday to just see how they go, dipping my toe back in the water, because I want to get a few more storage units in before Christmas. And a lot of the bulky stuff, that's where it's going to head off to. But I had a bit of a run-in with the auction house about a year ago. And yeah, well, no, I think they got a bit above the station. You're an auction house. You should be taking anything of, obviously not.
Anything that's going to making money
Yeah.
on commission, basically, yeah.
Yeah, but they started wanting just new items, new sealed in boxes and that. Anyway, some of the stuff I took down was, but I just giving them another poke at the with a stick, see what happens. So I recorded it on Wednesday, and the actual auction's next Tuesday, because you drop off on a Wednesday for the following Tuesday.
Yeah.
So there should be some video footage of that to.
It'll be interesting how you get on.
But yeah, just got to get a bit more creative. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in these the chats and on the various groups solely rely on eBay, and when the proverbial hits the fan, that's when the backside of the fallout. And if you're only relying on eBay, you need to change your viewpoint, start looking at other options. Otherwise, you'll just go down the toilet. I've
started doing as well, for some of the stuff I saw on the Facebook, local delivery in return for fuel, and that's good because there's loads. Most of my customers that buy off me don't drive themselves, so I'll charge them a fiver for fuel because they don't know where I live.
No.
So they don't know the fact that I've just gone like 500 yards down the road for a fiver.
Yeah.
So
I was 2 years ago. I was doing picking up hard goods and cleaning them up, fixing them, and selling them on like things like washing machines, fridge freezers, all that lot. And there's a lot of people who don't have access to a ute, like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
So trying to get something arranged, they might be in need of a washing machine, but they think, how the hell am I going to get it here?
Yeah.
And then they've got to arrange with friends, and by this time, either the washing machine's sold or they've lost interest. So I used to put in the description, can deliver, like you've just said, can deliver for fuel fee.
Yeah.
So it's there. You got to remember there are a lot of people who don't have transport for big items.
And you might find once or twice. You get there and they're not in and they don't want it. But because I'm getting that much extra on the fuel costs across the piece anyway, you know, to me it's like an item not received case on eBay. You know, fine. I've more than covered my costs anyway with everything else I've sold, so I'm not bothered.
What's the price of a litre of unleaded at the moment over there?
Unleaded is about £1.30 here, I think. £1.25, £1.30, something like that.
Right, so £1.30.
I'm dirty diesel.
So £1.30. So times that by 2, obviously that's about £2.60 a litre. Right, no, I'm onto a good. I see our petrol prices. They're all over the place. You know, if it's a bank holiday weekend, the petrol fuel station suddenly the petrol jumps 30 cents a litre. You know, there's no real control over it. But right, hang on, just bear with me 1 minute. So £2.60. So what am I paying? I paid $1.35 the other day.
Do you ever
About
use
70 pence a litre.
Andrew?
What's that? Sorry.
Have you ever used Spock or whatever it's called?
Only to buy from, and then like I was buying so much stuff that I forgot to turn up for a couple of deals I'd done, and rather than the sellers message me say, "Oh, you're on your way" or whatever, they'll just give me a 1-star rating on it. So it's like I can't be asked this anymore. So I just chucked it.
Yeah.
Peter Ray talks about Spock a lot, doesn't he?
Does he? I don't know.
Yeah, he seems to do. I don't know how much. I mean, I talk to Peter quite a bit on Messenger, and in a lot of his videos, he talks about. Sounds like Sean Connery invented it, doesn't it? Or Spock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to. He uses it. I don't know how successfully he is with it, but there's a lot of platforms you guys have got. It's just, you know, I think that the actual potential of sales is too filtered out. You've got to be on every platform to get the sale because everyone's there and everywhere.
Well, I find that people. To me, it depends who's got the heaviest advertising on the TV at the minute. If eBay are hammering the adverts out, it's in people's minds. That's where they go first.
Yeah.
If Spock are hammering out adverts, they'll go on there. People are driven. Sorry, Lainey.
What about Gumtree?
It's dead round here.
It used to like it was all over, like everywhere you looked, and now it doesn't seem to. No one seems to use it anymore, do they?
Do you sell? Either you sell to New Zealand? Do you offer to New Zealand on eBay?
Yep.
How are you doing? Right. This is what's confusing me recently because apparently eBay does not exist in New Zealand, or if it does, it's like so far down the tree you can't see it.
Yeah.
Because apparently, when eBay, this is what Andrew told me, so don't shoot the messenger. But when eBay started to set up in New Zealand, the Kiwis said, "No, we've got our online selling. It's called Trade Me, and it's huge in New Zealand."
Yeah.
And they basically ran eBay out of town because no one would go on it. So eBay just decided that's enough. I'm just wondering how people in New Zealand actually buy from the likes of others, yourself in the UK, on eBay if there's no actual ebay.co.nz. I'll have to check.
Well, so my New Zealand buyers that I've sold to have bought from eBay UK.
Yeah, but what site are they on to buy it?
eBay UK. So they've got an account on eBay UK. A lot of my international customers have got an account on eBay UK.
Or have they signed in as a guest?
No, they've got their account. They've got feedback. It's all local because you can register for eBay UK from anywhere in the world. They're not bothered whether you're in the UK or not.
Really?
Yeah. So a lot of my buyers that I sell to are based in.
Well, hang on a minute. When I came over here 10 years ago, I had an eBay UK account from the previous 10 years in the UK.
Yeah.
And it had something like 20,000 feedback on. And eBay would not let me transfer that account to Australia. Because they said it was
because you were selling on it because they've just got buying accounts. They can't sell.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
So
I thought you meant they could sell as well.
Yeah, no, they can't sell on it. They can only buy on it. But yeah, you can register as a buyer from any country on eBay UK. So you should be able to theoretically go on eBay UK now and create a new account and put that you live in Australia.
Yeah.
And let you do it.
But you can only buy.
But you can only buy. You can't. You can't sell on eBay UK unless you. Well, having said that, though, I don't know how the Chinese get away with it because they must have so much.
Same way to get over here. Flipping eBay's getting too much in the back pocket off the Chinese, so they turn a blind eye.
There's a number of times I've gone on to order something. I filtered on UK only as the search because I don't want to wait 16 months for it to come from China. And I'm still buying the same product, but I'm happy to pay a bit more because I want it this week. And then I go and look at the business details, the address, and the address is somewhere in Hong Kong or Shanghai or whatever. And I'm like, well, how the hell has this happened when it's the item location is UK, but the freaking address is in China?
You know, well, this was explained in part to me the other day when I was ranting and raving to eBay on the phone about this flipping Hong Kong foo. He's selling me this inverter. And they said it's because they've registered their warehouse in Brisbane. And they basically bring stuff in from Guangzhou. I said, so effectively, they're kind of operating like a drop shipper.
Yeah.
I said, I thought drop shipping was illegal on eBay now. So, I don't know. But anyway, they must have done something with this guy because he's no longer on eBay. So I don't know what's going to happen with this thing. It's become a flipping boat anchor in my shed.
Well, presumably, though, if it does end up, because it does end up that you get the money back and you've still got the item, you've got a nice $1,000 item you can sell there.
Yeah, but I can't really because it's not mine, is it? I'm not. You know.
Yeah, but he's got his money back. He's not going to know about it, is he?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this guy's a seller as well, and we all moan when we get turned over as sellers. So I wouldn't don't do unto others what you wouldn't, whatever that saying is. I wouldn't. That's not,
Yeah, but if they have shipped you something that's not the right product from a location that isn't the one that you've got, then to me, they deserve what they get because they're not treating you fair as a buyer.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's not chump change, is it? It's $1,000. So
it'd be like me, trying to peddle a pair of Nike Air Jordans to America, saying, "Oh yeah, I live in America. These are £200, genuine article," and then drop shipping some fake stuff from China to them instead.
Yeah. With Andrew's messaging me, he's out in up the Sunshine Coast sourcing, and he's just sent me this. It is a little one for you because I don't think you'll be selling them over here. Do you ever hear of a motorcycle? Denim jeans with Kevlar lined inserts for riding bikes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, if you want to weigh around, if you put Kevlar in the title, chances are you'll get pulled because it's a trademark.
Yeah.
But if you put the symbol for red Kevlar trademark, you should get away with it. I have. Anyway, he's just picked up this brand of motorcycle pants, brand new with tags, $15. That's about £8. These things are probably worth about. You get about $200 for them, nice. Easily. So if you ever hear of that brand, I've not told you the brand ever.
No, Dragon. Dragon, did you say?
Yep, it's spelled. It's not dragon as a dragon, like a Welsh dragon.
What sort of dragon impression was that, though?
I thought it was a very good one, Lainey.
All right, okay. we'll debate about that.
You've obviously not seen many Welsh dragons, have you?
No, to be fair, I haven't.
There's one here.
As Wales. Yeah, it's Draggin. But if you see them in the op shops, grab them. Just don't sell them over here.
I don't know if you get. Martine is asking if anyone uses Depop. I don't know. Is that everywhere?
I use it.
You do?
I've sold 2 items on it. I got hooked on Depop after seeing George Ross do a few things about Depop. But here's the thing: I'm over the age limit that I think qualifies me for knowing what's hip and trendy at the moment, and that's where I'm failing miserably with it.
So is Depop more for like vintage stuff and up to date stuff, and like the rest of it doesn't sort of go on there?
That's my assumption of it. I'm not entirely sure, but also what I do know is that Bronwyn, who we chat to over here, and who Andrew's in love with, she's got a couple of friends down in Melbourne who are they're quite successful on Depop, but they actually model the clothes themselves. I don't think they show the face; they just model the clothes. So it tends. She said it tends to put a more human feel towards the item, and you can see it on the person as opposed to just hanging off a mannequin, you know. Yeah. And apparently, if you can model the clothes, it does give you that little bit of an edge. So, but I don't think I'll be modelling any Speedos on Depop.
Tracy says the Chinese gets away with everything. And Martina said sick of seeing Chinese crap on eBay. Also, I hate that they say they are in the UK, then PayPal shows payment to China.
It's so annoying when you get an item through like 3-4 weeks after you've ordered it, and it's like, but you were supposed to have this here in a few days, and it's coming from frigging China. Mind you, that was before I discovered the item not received process. Now it's just like, it's not here within 3 or 4 days of the expected date. I'm raising an item not received on it.
Yeah, it's.
And then if they don't get it to me within the time that eBay allows there, then it's not my problem. I'll have my money back.
Well, I'm this guy I bought this thing off. I've actually said to eBay, look, this guy is going to obviously he's going to want his item back, which he can do. I said, but I'm not. If he wants it, I am not packaging it up. I'm not an unpaid packaging service. If he wants to send a courier here, I'll put it on the courier. I'll get all signed paperwork and everything. But I said I will not be packaging it back up. It can just go as it is. That is, you make a mistake. Don't expect your buyer to put it right.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what's going to happen with this. It weighs a ton. It weighs about 25 kilo.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's not a lightweight piece of thing. You can just pop in an envelope.
Apparently, Aberdeen is now in Hong Kong, according to a seller Richard bought from this week.
Yeah.
I've seen that ever since eBay revised its item location policy. Now, the number of people that are sellers that are cropping up in the addresses London, China, or Manchester, Shanghai, and you're like, what the hell? So they're just putting in the address that they're that they're based in that they're based abroad as their way of it.
All these revisions eBay are putting in on the clothing and all these items specific. They can go to that, but they can't ensure a buyer, when they register on eBay, puts their correct address in. The amount of times I've had to alter an address just to when you print postage out, just to make sure it actually recognises it.
So annoying, right? So eBay. So I buy my postage through eBay. right? So you would think if I'm buying it through eBay, that eBay would check that address before I could trigger a postage label. No, every time I go in it and like say I do 20 orders, at least one of them cannot print label, address not in the right format. Well, freaking get it put in the right format in the first place, so I don't have to do that. That's every day. It's just a pain, and I'm going through and I'm chopping out bits of the address, and I'm going on Google to try and look what it is, or messaging the buyer saying, "Look, you're missing a postcode here. I don't even know how you can get registered without a postcode, but apparently eBay's let you do it."
I had a guy 2 days ago. He bought a DVD off me, and I think it was about $24. This DVD. So anything over a certain price, I will get tracking with it.
Yeah.
And anyway, so off it went. But because I'd put in the listing, it was free post. I didn't put the tracking number in, because if you put the tracking number in and it's late, you will get a ding.
Yep.
So what I normally do is I stick the tracking number to a piece of paper with the order details, and if I get a query, I can just say, well, here's the tracking number, blah, blah, blah. Or sometimes I'll send them a message in eBay with the number.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't this time, and this guy messaged me yesterday, hi, DVD's not arrived. I want my money back. And I said, all right, 1 minute. I'll just check the tracking number. Just give me 5 minutes. So he come back to me and he said, there's no tracking number on the order. So I knew this guy, he just ringing alarm bells. You know, he's obviously seen there's no tracking number. I'm going to have this for nothing. So I then sent him a message. He says, look, I'm in Queensland, you're in WA, opposite sides of the country. Australia Post, eBay, someone in a suit in America does not know the distance from Australia Post, from Queensland to WA. They estimate that it'll take 3 days. Well, it doesn't with Australia Post. It takes generally about 5 to 7.
Yeah.
So I explained this to him. His answer was, not interested, want my money back, items not here, you've no tracking. Anyway, I said, 1 minute, here's your tracking number, sent it off. 10 minutes later, message, oh, hi, sorry, yeah, my wife put it in the whatever room. Yeah, all good, the items here, sorry to have troubled you. Yeah, right on. Scammer. Yeah.
I hated that. I get that from him abroad. I've started putting, because I send my international, depends on the value, but if it's a low value item, it costs me it costs me say £4 to ship untracked or £9 to ship tracked. So I'll just send it untracked. But I've started putting stickers on, like fake stickers that I get for about £1 each, that say item track sort of thing, and the number of items not received I've had since I've done that has dropped in half.
I'm glad you've said that, Andrew, because the other week I'm going to write this down now. The other week I was actually thinking of getting something similar. You can it looks like a barcode is tracking. Yeah. Cheers, mate. I completely forgotten about that.
I may just have been unlucky in the past, but I've been monitoring it, and since I've started using them, I over a 3-month period before using them, I had about 20 items not received. Since I've used them, I've had 10. So in the same 3 months. So for my mind, that's 50%.
Yeah,
and that's worked out as that saved me probably about, I'll try and work it out, about a few £100 probably, working it all out, because the cost of shipping on 10 items is not a few £100, so about £100 it saved me. So, and these things cost about £5-6 for a few hundred of them.
Yeah, well worth the money. Send us a picture of one of them through Messenger.
I can show you now. I've got them downstairs.
Because the ones we've got look like the ones out from Australia Post. They look very official.
Well, there's a few companies doing them, and what I decided to do was not get the ones that look, because you can buy Royal Mail ones direct off the internet, Royal Mail tracking labels.
Yeah.
I decided not to go for those because I always take my stuff direct into the post office, and the first thing they're going to do when I turn up there, one of their tracking labels filled out, is try and put it in their system, and they'll go, "Oh, this isn't a proper tracking label,"
Yeah.
and they'll stop me posting stuff there. So I went for ones that have got the same color scheme, but I don't know if that'll come up because I'm not on the proper webcam. But that's all it is. Little sticker goes on the top. Tracked, no signature required, with a little barcode thing that is completely fake. And they cost pennies. But I looked all through.
Well, about 2 years ago, Andrew was telling me when he shipped out, he used to ship out. Well, he still does, but electronics, where there's a screw hole, things like that. He used to get these security stickers, which were like the ones on the PlayStation, where if you peel them off, you used to...
Warranty void removed. I do that on my electricals.
Yeah.
So if people try and return them, I say, yep, no problem. Just make sure that it's still got the security sticker on it when it comes back. Soon cancel the return request because they look on it and they go, "Oh crap, he's got one on there."
Yep.
And really, it's just a sticker I bought for a few pence off eBay.
Yeah, but it's a massive get out of jail card.
Yeah.
Andrew, can you send Martina the link for the stickers on Insta?
I don't really know how to send links on Instagram, but I'll try and figure it out.
Just copy and paste them into our message.
Yeah, I don't know how to copy and paste on, because Instagram you can't do on your desktop, can you? I'll figure it out. I might just tell you I'll give you the title for the eBay listing, Martina, and send that, and then you can pop that into eBay and it'll come up then.
Time is it over there? About 12:15.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
10
I
minutes.
think
Yeah.
I'm going to head to bed.
So, Andrew, I'm going to get going in a minute. Trisha's took Tom to the school bus stop, so she waved through to say, she's staying. But I'm going to have to get going in a minute because I've got to get packaging these other DVDs. But when are you going live next, Andrew? When's Drinking with Andrew happening?
I'm thinking about doing it this weekend, but I'm house sitting for Mother this weekend. So I've got to remember to take my webcam with me because I'm not doing it on this thing.
Yeah. Where's your dog? I've not seen your dog for a while. Have you got rid of
He's
it?
asleep, but no, he'll be. I might go live with him during the day tomorrow. Actually.
So roughly what time at night or day were you? Are you going drinking over the weekend? Live.
Doing day with me.
Well, it was daytime once, wasn't it? Oh, it was,
So when you wake up on Saturday or Sunday morning, that's probably when I'll be live for my evening.
I was going to say I'll treat myself to a 6-pack and come join you, but not at flipping 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
But yeah, I think that's probably when it'll be.
If it gets to 12 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon and you're still upright and semi-sober, I might join you with a few tinnies.
Yeah, I think I probably will be. I don't know. I need to work it out because tomorrow, or Saturday, I'm sure Tracy, I don't know if she's still in the chat, is doing a live with Bex, from the Maliks. So I want to watch that. So I don't want to clash with that.
Oh, Zahir's wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously, seeing Rebecca and Tracy on the screen together is just like another dream come true for me. So.
How's your dates going these days with that lady?
I've got a date with Ali on November the 6th. She went to bed at 9 o'clock tonight. I was very disappointed in her. And then I've got a date with Richard Payne, probably a few days later as well.
Sorry. Yeah, do you need that? Are you flying the flag for both sides, mate?
Well, I think Richard's more interested in sourcing stock than
Make it out.
yeah. Well, here we go. Tracy says, "Yeah, 11 p.m. UK time." So is that on the Saturday? If that's on the Saturday, I don't want to clash with that. I'll go live tomorrow. Tracy, I'll go live at like tomorrow night instead. Saturday, yeah. So
Hang on a minute. Richard lives in Yorkshire, doesn't he?
no, Wolverhampton.
Well, who was the one in Yorkshire?
I don't know. Who's in Yorkshire? Ian's in Yorkshire, I think.
Ian's in Yorkshire, yeah, that's right.
I've
There's a
just
few in Yorkshire, aren't there? Sam, who else is in Yorkshire?
How far's Wolverhampton from Wrexham?
it's about an hour's drive.
That's not too bad then.
Well, hour and 15 maybe, but we're not. We're meeting in Shrewsbury and Shropshire anyway, so it's halfway between us.
Oh, so you're not going up there for a drink?
No, just no sourcing. You're not having Ali. She's mine. Thank you, Richard. I saw her first. Well, technically, she saw me first, but it didn't seem to put her off. I'm missing most of this chat. I've no idea what's going on in this chat now. They're all loose cannons.
50 miles, Richard's saying, from Wrexham to Wolverhampton. It's going to take you an hour and a quarter.
It's further than. Is it further than that? I'll have a look. Wrexham to Wolverhampton. You got to remember though, Rod, we don't have proper roads in Wales.
Well, they're all sheep tracks.
55.6 miles. Yeah, he's right. Hour and 20 minutes according to Google. So yeah, obviously I comply with the speed limits and don't take an hour to do it. I take an hour and 20 minutes, of course.
Even if you did 60 mile an hour average, you'd get there in under what?
You can't do it though. You cannot. You can't. Not with the roads here. You get stuck behind the tractor after 5 minutes.
I suppose I've forgotten what the roads are like. Yeah.
Bye, Tracy. Enjoy your dinner.
Take care.
Chili? Yeah, I think she said she was making chili.
Let me see if I can send this to Martina now because I'll forget otherwise and she'll get angry with me.
Yeah,
Purchases.
I don't know where anywhere is me. Like, me geography is really bad. Like, I know I'm in the northeast, and that's where.
I should say, Martin, you only really need these stickers for international orders. Anything large letter or above that gets shipped in the UK now has delivery tracking on it if you're using Royal Mail. So, you know, I only use them on the internationals. I don't bother using them on stuff I'm shipping within the UK because there's no point. That's another.
Whereabouts are you, Laney, in the northeast? Whereabouts?
Sunderland.
Oh yeah, Sunderland. Black Cats fan.
Yeah, Mum Mackin.
She is, yeah. I remember our glorious victory over them earlier this season.
Yeah. Got beat by.
I was in no way messaging Laney throughout saying, look, we've just scored.
Well, that was the other weekend. Was it last weekend? I can't remember now. No longer than the one before, but I got up on Sunday morning to watch Man City play. I think it was Crystal Palace, and we got beat for some unknown reason. And I didn't know what the score was. I was going to watch it, and I don't know if I was in a chat somewhere or I was live. I'm not sure. And then blooming Zahir commented on the score and ruined it for me. I said, "Oh, cheers, Zahir. I was going to watch that. No, I don't." Oh, anyway.
Yeah, we just beat Tranmere 5-0 on Tuesday. So we're just getting a new manager, so we'll see.
Flipping under 11 school team could beat Tranmere. That's come on, Lenny, that's no mean feat, is it?
I know it wasn't that long ago we were in the Premier and beating your team, so you know.
Yeah.
Once.
I felt sorry for me.
Yeah.
When I lived in the Isle of Man, I rented a room off this lad who owned the house, and he was from Sunderland. And oh God, the name of the place where he lived. Oh, it was a big area. I think it began with a H.
Hastings Hill.
No, it was. He said it was one of the bigger areas of Sunderland, but he said it was. No, I can't remember now. It'll come to me in the middle of the night, probably. But, yeah, he was a big Sunderland fan.
Was it like Horton or something, just on the outskirts?
I'm not entirely sure now. For some reason, the H is in my mind for where he lived, but it probably isn't.
Probably isn't. Probably be like Roker or something.
But he said it wasn't. I think it was a town which had not seen any investment for a long time, and it was, he was just glad to get out. I think because he's just, he didn't see any future for himself there in that particular area. But I don't know what it. I don't speak to him anymore. I've not spoken to him for about 15 years. But
there's been like a lot of. We've had all our marina developed, and there's been a lot of, we've got like a glass centre, we've got like an Olympic sized swimming pool now. There's been a lot of things done, but there's still a lot of things needing to be done as well. So
well, my missus, her sister, I mean, she passed away now, but she used to live in Hartlepool.
Right.
And Seaton Carew, is that?
Yeah.
And that's the worst beach I've ever been on in my life. It's not a beach. It's like. Sorry if there's anyone from Seaton Carew in the chat, but it literally looks like the council tipped a load of broken rubble on the edge of the road near the sea and called it a beach. It's just rocks. And
I don't know, because I don't know if it's being cleared up. Because recently a lot of the beaches around here were cleared up.
All right. Okay.
So,
well. It would be about 13 years ago.
Yeah, it may have been cleaned up since then.
All right. But there was a nuclear power plant near there as well.
Yeah. What was it? Hartlepool's called the Monkey Hangers, I think that's their nickname.
Yeah, Monkey Hangers, yeah.
Right. And then Middlesbrough as well, there's a lot of like industrial areas. Obviously, it's known as like smoggy land kind of thing because of the smog.
We went to this oldest copper bottomed vest sailing ship in the world, and it's the Trincomalee. It's called. It's in a dry dock in Hartlepool.
Yeah,
we've got a visitors centre all set out, and they do reenactments and things. That was good. Yeah, the monkey hangers. Back in the day, they hung a monkey because they thought it was a French. No one could understand it because they only thought it was a French spy or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just like, I mean, Whitley Bay is probably the nicest type of Whitby, which is a bit further, probably small in New York, isn't it?
That's where they used to film Heartbeat, isn't
it? Somewhere down there, yeah.
Yeah.
Do a lot of Vera up here.
A lot of what? Sorry.
Vera. It's like a detective show. I've forgotten the name of the lady who's on it. Oh man, can't think of it. But I do a lot of that here. But it's all good, man. I don't think. Sorry.
I say I very rarely turn the TV on these days. We get a lot of the shows from the UK. But I found myself losing the control of the remote control with the rest of the family. So I just I'll just watch YouTube. I've got control over that.
Yeah. We call it the clicker. It was me dad. That's what my dad's always called it. So we just call it the clicker. We got the clicker.
Mine don't.
Well, I'm
click.
going to have to shoot off now. I'm going to have to get these DVDs wrapped up, and I'm going to head off into town. Maybe go and have a coffee somewhere and watch the world go by.
Well, I've got to go to bed. I've got friends coming tomorrow to visit.
Don't lie, you've no friends.
What are we then? Are we just like
Passing ships, mate.
Yeah.
No.
passing ships that have happened to collide in the night, and that's it? Now that the bloody sails are tangled together, the cannons are going off.
Anyway, you was talking. I don't know if you was joking the other day about the possibility of you coming over here on a holiday. Or something.
2021.
Yeah. If
Well,
you do, you'll have to tell us when you're coming, and I can arrange a holiday in Bali somewhere.
I knew
I
that
say
was
2021. I've changed my plans. It's going to be 2022. No, hang on. What year are we in now?
19.
Right. So 2020 is next year. Yeah, 2022, because the next 2 years I'm basically going to clear all my debts. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not having
Yeah.
any more debts.
Well, that's virtually 3 years off.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking long term here. So 3 years
Dead,
time,
man.
I'll be 38. I'll be married to Louise. She'll come with me. Job will be done.
Got it all planned out, haven't you, mate?
I have, but she's not agreed.
Hang on. What about this Ali? Where's her role in this then?
Yep, she'll be married to me as well. I'm going to have my
All
harem.
right. Are you turning into one of them where they can have multiple wives?
That's exactly the plan. I've worked it all out. I will be, when I come to Australia, on the run from the British police for bigamy, but
Come join me then. Oh dear.
I've never been abroad, so I've hardly been on holiday anywhere, to be fair. But like abroad, I've never.
We've been here 10 years, Lainey, and I don't think we've had a holiday. But I mean, we've been a few places. I mean, I went visiting my cousin in Adelaide for a couple of weeks, things like that. But to actually leave the country and go on a holiday outside, not done that. I'd like to go nip over to New Zealand, see that, and
Is your wife English as well?
Yeah. Sorry, she's her relatives. Her dad actually, he was from your neck of the woods. He was up that way.
Ah,
He was is it your place? Is Grimsby up that way?
it's Lincolnshire, that.
Oh, sorry. Well, he was from Grimsby. He was a Viking stock or something back in the day. So I don't know. You won't think he was a Viking. He was more like Harry Worth. But yeah, no, we could do with a holiday, but
I'm assuming you must have family still over here, so you've never come back this way either.
I've got two sisters. We rarely speak, mainly because of the time difference. But we talk on texting and things like that.
Yeah.
But, I've no parents anymore. So yeah, not since I shot them.
Not seen my parents since I shot him.
That's kind of time with these people.
There you go, folks. You heard it here live on YouTube. Rod is actually a murderer.
We don't need like great detective. Just me and Andrew, and we're getting right the ring.
I'm murdering me eBay at the moment. I know that.
eBay is murdering eBay at the moment, so might as well join.
No, Andrew, if you do decide to come over, you'll have to. I'll have to have a meet up.
Well, yeah, I'm staying at yours, so it's essential.
Oh, right. Well, I'll put you over there with the snakes and the spiders.
No, right. Hang on. Yeah, I'm rethinking this.
I would love to.
Say,
Daisy. That would be amazing. That's one of the things that I would do. I'm terrified of heights, so I probably would hate to fly, but assuming you can go to a few places from England on a ship, that would work for me.
I'd like a cruise, but Trish won't go on a cruise. She gets real bad seasick. She got seasick in a dry dock once. It was seriously psychological. It was like I'm on a ship. You know, it's yeah.
Yes, sick in a dry dock, for God's sake. It's not even moving.
It's psychological.
Unbelievable.
It is. It's you know, so I I like the idea of being on something like the Love Boat. You know, all them free drinks, all that food and entertainment, and going about on the ocean. Yeah,
Dinner with the captain and all that.
Oh, look, DBG's flirting with me in the chat again.
Because she'd rather eat plasterboard.
That's how she flirts.
Is it? Yeah.
is that the right signals, that Andrew? That's
the come on, that is.
Annie Louise and DBG, a different girl to have a go at every night of the week. You do realise there's 7 nights in a week, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not saying the maths is very good, but by Thursday I'll be dead.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm
I'll have murdered you.
you know this meetup you're doing in Hitchin?
Yeah.
And you said that was in November, didn't you?
Yeah, November 30th.
Right. What do you? I mean, I know you all did it last year, but is this kind of like going to be an ongoing thing?
Well,
year on year in?
So speaking about Nick with this, they said it'll be like an annual event, but apparently it depends on how well behaved I am. So you know, his whole social life clearly hinges around me.
Well,
but yeah, the plan is an annual event in Hitchin.
I'm seriously considering, if they're doing it next year, coming over and making a holiday and incorporating that into it.
I think it'd be a great idea.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
maybe Ali can get the left.
I think we get as many people. I've said to Nick, for the next one we do need to hire Wembley Stadium to fit in the amount of people.
Yeah.
But we could have guest speaker Rod, Tommy Picker from Australia, all the way over here. I'll message him now. I'll work out a schedule.
Oh God, I'm only thinking about it. Do you know how much a return flight from us to UK is?
I bet it's a few thousand.
Yeah, and there's 4 of us, so it's gonna flights alone is gonna probably set me back about £8,000.
Jesus.
Well, what's that, about £4,000?
So basically, you're saying that you're going to pay £4,000 to see me. I'm honoured.
Are you better off saving up the money and then wait until nearer the time and booking something so you get like a cheaper deal?
Yeah,
it's only a thought at the moment, Lainey. I mean,
yeah, we like booking flights for you here.
Yeah, flight centre. So, yeah, it's just a thought. I mean, I ran it by Trish the other week, and she said, "Yeah, go for it." You know, but my only worry with that is if I go on my own, how much is it going to cost me when I come back in? You know, what's she going to want herself?
What's she going to want herself? We are also having the Money Mental UK meetup in March, of course, but that'll be a smaller select crowd. But we've got Ronnie coming over from America for that.
Really? That's a big draw card for you, Andrew.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a good-looking man.
I didn't mean it in that way. Just don't get too close with him because you get tangled up with beards.
No, not that Ronnie. Christ.
Ronnie Hart?
Yeah, not Ronnie Hart, no.
You just said Ronnie Hart.
No, I said Ronnie from America is coming over. No, bloody Ronnie who's been on my channel with me.
Oh, the guy in California?
Yeah.
Ronnie Lamborn?
That's the one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I speak to Ronnie now and again. Yeah, he's a nice bloke.
Secondhand store on Instagram. Yeah,
that's him. Yeah. He's is he ex-military?
He is. Yeah, he was a peacekeeper over in Kosovo.
Yeah, he always looks super presented.
Yeah.
does.
You know, clean shaven, hair done. Yeah.
And then he looks at me. He must look at me and think, "Good God."
Well, perhaps he's coming over to try. Perhaps you're a case study for him.
Case study. Perhaps I'm helping Ronnie adjust to civilian life.
Oh God.
God.
It's the most extreme example of a civilian.
Poor Ronnie.
Is he coming over with his family, or is it just him?
Well, he's talking about there's an event he wants to do, one of his Ironman triathlon things or whatever, in. So he was talking about coming over for that. So I said, well, if you're coming over for that, rather than just me and you go for a couple of pints, let's get as many people out as we can. So we can get him pissed before he does his triathlon.
Yeah, he's big into that, isn't he? That's triathlon. Is he staying at your place? Is he using your place as a base?
We haven't even got the bloody hell, Rod, you're jumping ahead here now. We haven't even got a date sorted yet.
All right, okay.
It's just
I'll message him later and tell him. So we've been talking about it this morning. You're all fixed for Andrews. He's giving you the guest suite.
Rod, you've got to skip over to England and come and stay in Ireland with DBG. She'll just fill you in.
Do you know what? When I was in the UK, Ireland was never a holiday destination that I would think of. But as you get older and your taste buds change, I mean, oh God, Guinness, I'm drooling thinking about it now. But I really would like to go to Dublin, where they brew it and everything, and just have a trot around Ireland.
I've been to the Guinness factory a couple of times.
Is Dublin
I can't tell you much about it. It's in the middle. Dublin, I think, is just opposite Wales.
Oh, come on, Leanne. Where's Dublin? Is it up north or down south? I can't remember. My geography's not.
I'm assuming that Laura means that you've got a thing for Ronnie, Andrew.
Who's got a thing for Ronnie?
I'm assuming she means you do. I don't know.
I've got a thing for Laura as well, but she keeps turning me down.
Because she likes girls, so she always will.
Exactly. It's no good to me, that.
Yeah. Andrew,
what's an EFS?
I know that's
what an EFS means.
Actually. He's not.
Electronic Firing Squad, Brian.
Electronics firing.
I'm thinking of something else, and it's like easy. Something.
North Island is gorgeous beaches, are amazing.
Well, if I come over to the UK and I've got time, I could perhaps do a whistle stop tour of.
Yeah, you got to do.
Ireland.
If you're going to Ireland, I'm coming with you.
Well, I'm staying with you.
Oh yeah, Rod, I've told you before. There is always room for you here in the Monumental Towers.
Yeah, by that time you might not have any tapping there.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I come over, if I decide to come over, I'll come and stay at your place.
Yep, definitely.
Get your vacuum cleaner out. And I'll come stay at your place, and then in 2021, wherever you're coming over, I'll reciprocate, and you can stay with us.
Fair deal. Sounds good to me.
But we live in like, it's not the bright lights of the big city. We would have to travel out,
Well, what I was thinking was doing a bit of I'll do a few days in the south of Australia, see Brad and Jazz.
Yep.
Jazz will then leave Brad and come with me.
You just go and collecting women around the world.
Then me and Jazz will go to the Gold Coast. We'll see, hopefully, meet Bronwyn. Persuade Drew that he's got to travel to see me, because I can't remember where he is, but it's only about an hour or so away, isn't he? From there, about 2 hours. Yeah. Then head a bit further inland to Rod's area. Might see Drew and I've forgotten her name. I don't know. Sarah, that's the one. Who knows? Oh, and I've got to see Mel. Where's Mel?
She's in ATC.
Right, okay.
ACT, sorry.
That means
Canberra.
nothing to me.
Oh, she's in the. You've got. It's a little place. It's the capital of Canberra's the capital of Australia.
Oh, right. Yes, I've seen Canberra. Yes, sorry. I get you. Oh, yes, right. So I've got to see Mel as well.
What about WA? You've done nearly every other state. What about going over to WA?
Who's based over there?
If
it's that retro video guy, no.
Yeah, he is actually. Rob's over there. Yeah,
that'd be carnage.
What's he like, eh? Yeah,
Night, Martina.
But yeah, no, I couldn't take you in my local pub. I'd want to go in there the week after you'd left. So,
right, that's actually a genuine concern I do have about going to Australia.
Yeah,
Gonna do cider.
Yeah,
thank God for that, because I don't in America unless you look very hard.
No, you got cider. You got all Strongbow and all that. They have some nice ciders over here, actually, mate.
Oh, fantastic! Right, forget 2021. I'm coming tomorrow.
In fact, next time I'll be going to the bottle shop later. It's Friday night. I'm going to treat myself to some Guinness, and so I'll video the inside of the bottle shop for you. Show you all the ciders.
I want that.
Have you ever had? It's got a specific name. Have you ever had pear cider?
Yeah, Perry.
Yeah, that's really
Perry,
nice.
Isn't that nice?
I had the Stella one, the Stella pear cider.
Yeah, that's.
I like
Stella make a cider.
Yeah, a pear one, really nice.
No, they call it Sidra because it's
I
not.
was going to say it's spelled CIDRE.
It's an affront to cider.
When we were in the UK before we came over here, we went on a holiday. This is as daft as it sounds. We was actually going to relocate to Cornwall because Trish loves. I love Cornwall.
The way you say that's posh. Sounds posh to me.
Cornwall.
I would say Cornwall.
Oh, well, there's like these little Port Perrin and Mevagissey, these little fishing villages and that. I was going to relocate down there, and it was cheaper to come to Australia than go there. I could not afford a house, a very basic house in Cornwall.
That's unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
So you go to Australia, get an entire ranch, or can't even buy a 2-bedroom semi in bloody Cornwall.
Well, when we got this, it was quite cheap. So, I mean, what was it? It's about 350. So, what's that? It's about 175,000 quid.
Same as my house cost then.
So, but ones in Cornwall, oh my God, no way, could not afford them. But, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, have you ever been to the cider farm in Cornwall?
No.
There's this.
I've never been to Cornwall. All
right, well, if you go Cornwall, there's a place called the Cider Farm. I've still got a T-shirt from it in here. I brought it over with me, and they do a tour of the orchards and everything, and it's free cider all day.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
I mean, this was 14 years ago. I don't even know if the place is still there, but I was rocking coming out of there. Trish had to drive back to the caravan site.
The Cider Farm, Cornwall. Hang on. There's Healy's Cornish Cider Farm in Penhallow, Truro. Oh, there's quite a few now because, of course, Cornish cider has taken off in the last few years.
Right.
They got all these what they call hipsters over here now. Rather, I don't know if they have them in Australia. Basically, people who wear open neck shirts and blazers and jeans. So, like me, and beards. So, like me,
but like Jeremy Corbyn.
Well, yeah, he's probably an old hipster.
I've got a name for him, but well.
And they drink all fancy drinks and whatever, and they've made Cornish cider popular now. So it's a big thing now. They've got Healy's, Rattlers, Cornish cider. It's all bloody crazy stuff as well.
I can't remember what this one would call. I've got the T-shirt in the house.
Well, I've looked on a bloody T-shirt. Christ, I need to find out.
Well, give me 2 minutes and I'll go and have a look.
All right.
Going to find a t-shirt. So is Copperberg, like the dark fruit stuff, that's cider, isn't it?
No,
No, that's just messed about with.
that's just an offence, an affront. No, I mean it's basically apple cider with flavouring in it. So that well, it's not cider. It's just a drink with flavouring in it, really. But it's a popular flavour. People like it, don't they? I can't really drink it. I can drink one or two, but it becomes too sickly for me after that. I prefer a nice dry cider, which I can drink.
It's faded a bit now, but it's a bit stay.
Right, what's it say on it? Legless but smiling. The Cornish Cider Farm. All right, so it's CYDR. Let's have a look. Cornish Cider Farm. Was it in Newquay by any chance?
Oh, could have been. I'm not sure.
No, it's just bringing up the same bloody results on Google.
What that
Hang on. There's a Wikipedia entry for it. Yeah, it's Healy's Cornish cider.
Right.
So they've massively taken off since then.
Okay.
Since those days, Rod, they're a big brand now. You go into the restaurants, the chain restaurants, and they sell the stuff in there now.
Well, when we went, they did a tour of how they used to make it back in the day, and they show them this, like they do with bread, the millstones where it just grinds it.
Yeah.
And what they used to do, they used to have this donkey walking around this thing, just powering this millstone, and he'd throw all the apples on to make it into a mush. But they used to throw straw in it as well to bind it together while it's spinning around in it. And they actually used to put slithers of lead in the brew because they thought it enhanced the flavour.
No wonder everyone who drinks cider is mental.
Yeah. Obviously, they don't do that now, but
I've probably got lead poisoning.
And if you worked on a cider an apple farm or orchard, whatever it was, and a cider farm back in the day, like in the 1800s or whatever it was, part of your wages was a couple of pints of cider a day because it was working on the farms in the hot day. You got free cider. That'd be your dream job, that, wouldn't it?
I'd be dead in a week. I'd not be able to stop. The only thing that would stop me would be the hangovers.
You're just being a permanent one.
So I used to do. This is a few years back now. I used to go down to Gloucestershire, and they had a place there where you could go, and they'd put up a load of tents, and you could stay in these tents for free, and pick the apples and do the cider harvest with them. And you got free cider in return. So I used to have a free holiday for a week there. But they stopped me from going after the second time because apparently I just got too pissed. Bastards.
Hello, mate.
Aww.
That's my baba. What way are you going?
Lainey, you need to take this message off the screen. We need to see the dog.
Oh yeah. Well, you bring your dog back.
He's gone out of the shed now. He was looking at something near this water tank and this planter.
It's a snake.
Well, that's what my first thought was. I don't want him getting bit. So
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm going to have to go now, guys. It's been lovely speaking to you both.
Yeah.
Everyone.
You too. I'll catch up soon.
Yes.
I want to see this Australian cider.
Yeah, well, I'll send you it tonight when I go. But when you go in live, just give us a notification. I might come on with you and have some drinks with you.
No worries. I'll send you a message.
All right, then. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I better head off as well. I need to get some sleep. I haven't slept I've been up late the last couple of days.
You know, it's what time is it now? Oh, it's 10 to 1.
I've not done badly considering I was only popping on for 5 minutes to make sure it worked for you.
You popped on for 5 minutes, and Rod popped on for 5 minutes, and then
Can't stop with talking. All right. Well, I shall say goodbye, Lenny. Thank you for having me on the Big Girls Don't Really Do Cry channel. It's been a pleasure.
as well, actually, because I need to get sorted. So, but thank you very much for joining us, and thanks to Rod as well, and thanks to everyone in the chat for being part of it. It's,
Thank you, people.
and we're all looking forward to your drinking with Andrew.
Yeah,
Whatever
try
you
I'm
have.
awake for it. I'll be there. All right. Bye, all.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
soon.
Bye.
See, now you've got